This week on Americana Outdoors, we're telling a tale of all things turkey. Hunting big gobblers is one of our favorite reasons to get out in the field during the spring. And while there are 5 different subspecies of the American wild turkey for hunters to pursue, including the eastern, Merriams, Goulds, and Osceola, the star of today's show will be the Rio Grande turkey. We're sharing all sorts of insight to make your turkey hunting experience a little less stressful, from tips, tactics, and failures, all the way up to our biggest celebrations.
When it comes to turkey hunting, I absolutely love it. It's been a lifelong passion of mine. And in fact, I get really pretty torn up in the spring because the bass are generally up shallow spawning when the turkeys start gobbling. So I get pulled a lot of different ways. But when the turkeys are gobbling, I've got to say it's one of the most exciting things that we get out and get to do.
Turkey hunting is just amazing. I mean, to me, going after them when they're calling, they're vocal, you can hear them, you can move closer. That's one of my very favorite ways to hunt.
I love the calling aspect. It's about trying to communicate with what the turkeys are doing at that time. I like to try to mimic what the hens are doing, what the toms are doing. I like to let them tell me what I need to do. Is it a day that I feel like I can run and gun and cover a lot of ground and find a real active gobbler? Or is it a day when I need to be a little more patient and actually kind of wait them out?
Calling the turkeys is one of them deals. It's like a learning experience every time you go out. Every bird is different. Some you need to call to them a bunch, sometimes you don't need to call that much. And I think one of the biggest mistakes a lot of people make is calling too much. Turkeys, they see very good, but they can really hear and pinpoint you better than what you think. When you call to one, if he answers, if he wants to come, he's gonna come. If he don't want to, I don't think the best caller in the world can make him come.
Before you even call those turkeys in, you better be ready to take a shot with your preferred hunting platform, because turkeys are quick to flee an area the moment they sense danger.
The means and methods of turkey hunting, you've got a lot of options out there. Guys are hunting them with compound bows, they're hunting them with crossbows, they're hunting them with shotguns of different sizes, and there's different configurations within the shotgun choices out there for aiming scenarios. There's so many different hunting styles. You're gonna have one guy that's gonna sit there and say, man, we need to run and gun. We're gonna jump in our side-by-sides. We're gonna cover as much ground as we can. We're gonna get aggressive with the calls. And you're gonna have another guy that's wanna key on sliding in close to that roost and dialing those turkeys in to get them when they first come down and they're all strutting. And it doesn't matter which way you go because they're all fun, in my opinion.
Another tidbit of turkey trivia to keep in mind is while they may look like a deceivingly goofy little bird, turkeys are exceptionally intelligent. And they have the ability to hear even the slightest rustling of your clothing. And even sharper than their hearing is their eyesight.
Turkeys really rely on their eyesight to find predators, see what's going on. And if you look at the way their head and their eyes are designed, you can tell that they're gonna spot you.
It's amazing how minute your movement can be. And those hens or those turkeys, they'll start putting and they're gone. I mean, their eyesight is second to none.
As we've just learned how well-tuned their eyesight is to their surroundings, your next challenge for hunting turkeys is deciding how to outsmart them to get close enough to take a shot.
When you sit down and decide this is the spot I'm gonna be, you got to be camouflaged. I mean, you gotta have good camouflage, number one, but you also gotta be in some brush. I mean, you can't just have good camouflage and be out in the open. Have a good turkey vest, something that got a pad to sit on and a backrest to lean against. Because when you're sitting there calling turkey, the last thing you want is to be really, really uncomfortable.
I think the best thing that you can take to the woods with you when you're turkey hunting is a turkey fan. If I had to take one thing with me, whether it be a call or a fan, and I had to kill a turkey, it would be a fan. To me, that thing is just, it's unreal what it'll do to a turkey.
The last thing to remember when you go turkey hunting is to not let the turkeys ruffle your own feathers and enjoy the ride.
It seems like when you go turkey hunting, the only times you don't make a mistake is when you get one.
You just have to have the experience of time in the woods, which is great because it means you get to hunt more to determine, which way to go, which strategy to use, and still you're gonna make mistakes. You're still gonna get busted, but that's the cool thing about it.